The Obama administration is considering new measures to fortify the Iran nuke deal in the president's last few days in office. Joining us now is Ambassador John Bolton. Mr. Ambassador, I'm reading here from the Wall Street Journal. It says that the president might provide more licenses for American businesses to do business in Iran, and that they might lift additional sanctions on companies doing business in Iran. Are they going to do this? Because that would try to lock in the deal.
Well, that's clearly on their mind, and it would be entirely consistent with the basic theory of this deal, which is they know it's not a very good deal, so they're trying to, as you say, lock in American and European businesses in trade and investment deals that provide financial benefits to the point where, when it's apparent the Iranians are not complying with the deal and the deal's terms show what a bad deal it is, that nonetheless it'll be harder to withdraw. So I would simply say this to all American businesses contemplating doing business with Iran: you are about to do this at your own risk. This deal was a disaster for the United States, and I hope the new administration abrogates it in its early days. But nobody should be under any illusions here that dealing with Iran is a very risky business.
Now, there's another area where you don't want President Obama to take action in his last days, and that is you don't want him to take any action on a two-state solution regarding Israel in his final months. Explain this one, please.
Well, in the Security Council in New York at the UN and in the General Assembly, there's been speculation for months that once the election is over, that is to say, once there's no political accountability at all, but particularly they thought if Hillary Clinton had won the election, Barack Obama would move to try to affect the Middle East peace process by defining, quote-unquote, Palestine as a legitimate state, or trying to define Israel's borders as being the result of the 67 ceasefire lines. Now, this would be a fundamental shift in American policy and would violate the premise of bipartisan American policy since the 1967 war, that ultimately it's between the parties themselves to reach agreement. Look, I'm not arguing that Barack Obama is not fully the president until noon on the 20th of January. I'm just saying, as a matter of prudence, it would be bad for America, bad for our allies in the Middle East, if Obama abandoned this long-standing approach.
About 45 minutes ago, they began a conference call, the Trump team out of Trump Tower. We were thinking we might get some news on new appointments to the cabinet. Have you heard anything about the job as Secretary of State, Mr. Bolton?
Well, you know, I think the last time we talked about this, I said I was old school on these things and that I didn't really want to get into it. And, you know, in the last week, I've just gotten more old school. What can I tell you?
You're a smart guy. That's what I can tell you. Ambassador Bolton, thank you very much for being on the show. We do appreciate it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Stuart.